Hey everyone, welcome back to Graceful Mindset, where we explore the keys to personal growth, purpose, and success. Today, we're diving into a powerful story about transformation, discovering purpose, and how a shift in mindset can change everything. If you're ready to unlock your potential and live life to the fullest, stay tuned. This message might just change the way you see your future. I remember growing up, my parents always told us that we had to learn the Bible, no matter how tough life got. They taught us about God, about Jesus Christ, and about His sacrifice for us. As kids, we lived with these teachings, but as you grow older, you start asking questions. I began to wonder, why are we poor? Especially when I started noticing other people's lives. I remember being 13 years old, crying out to God, saying, "If you exist, you have to explain this to me." That moment changed my life forever. It was 3 a.m., and I was outside, lying on the dirt in the Bahamas, looking up at the stars with tears in my eyes. I asked God why we were poor. His answer? Because of your mind. That answer started my journey. I gave my life to God that night, and from then on, nothing was the same. By age 14, I wrote down everything I wanted to do and who I wanted to become. Fast forward to today, I'm living that dream. So, what happened? I didn't just change my situation. I changed my mind. Nothing changes in your life until your mind changes. You can change your clothes, your location, even your house, but if you don't change your mind, nothing really changes. At 14, I began reading the Bible. I didn't understand much at first, especially since I was reading the King James Version, which can be complicated. But I was determined to know what God had to say. I read it again, and things began to click. I was memorizing large portions of Scripture. That change in mindset turned my grades from F's to A's. It taught me that nothing is impossible. I graduated top of my class because of the principles I learned from that book. One of the most important things I discovered is this. The greatest tragedy in life isn't death. It's living without a purpose. It's more tragic to be alive and not know why than to be dead. When you're alive, you have to explain what you're doing with your time, your talents, and your energy. Why are you here? Most people live life like an experiment, just reacting to the next thing that comes up. But God didn't create you to live without direction. You're not here by accident. There's something you're meant to do that's still unfinished. You have a purpose, and until you discover it, you'll never feel truly fulfilled. I'm convinced that every person is created for a reason, equipped with potential, and designed for a destiny. There's so much inside of you that the world hasn't seen yet. Often, it's fear that holds you back. In fact, some of the biggest graveyards in the world are people's jobs, places where potential is buried because people are stuck in careers that don't allow them to pursue their true calling. You were born to do something that the world needs. And until you discover that, you'll never fully tap into your potential. Your purpose is the most important thing you need to uncover. When you find it, everything else, your talents, your potential, will follow. And when that happens, you become unstoppable. No one's opinion can hold you back when you know your purpose. As I was driving through town earlier, I was reminded of a question I asked myself when I was 17. What's the wealthiest place on earth? Some people say it's the gold mines in South America, the diamond mines in Africa, or the oil fields in the Middle East. But I've discovered the wealthiest place on earth. It's the cemetery. Why? Because the cemetery is filled with untapped potential, books that were never written, music never composed, ideas that were never pursued. So many people die with their dreams still inside them. Some of you have had a business idea for years, but you're still stuck in a job, afraid to step out in faith. The cemetery is filled with businesses that never opened, visions that died as dreams, and talents that were never used. That's why I'm here. I don't want the cemetery to get anything from you. I'm here to make sure you live your life fully and die empty. I want you to pour everything out. Don't let the graveyard take your dreams, your potential, or your purpose. You were born to make a difference in this world. So, let's make sure the cemetery doesn't get any richer from your life. Live fully, and when the time comes, die empty. Thank you for joining us today on Graceful Mindset. Remember, your mind is the gateway to unlocking everything you're capable of. Don't let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others hold you back. You were created for something extraordinary. If this message inspired you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. Let's keep growing, keep learning, and together, let's make sure we live fully. See you in the next video.